Chris,
Yes, soon.
have you heard about this new game called Cyberpunk that was supposed to be
Oh
coming out
boy, have I.
on the 12th of November, but it's been delayed again?
It was the 19th, June.
The 19th of November,
Yeah,
but it's
it
been
was the
delayed again.
19th.
It's been delayed again until December 12th.
Yeah, is that the correct date? I think it
Yeah,
is,
that's
yeah.
the correct date. I
Yeah, that's
know.
the correct date.
It is. That's why I said 12th before. I think it's
Yeah,
right.
definitely. Yeah.
I haven't heard much about it, and I kind of want you to tell me so I can get hyped too. I want to get hyped for the
You
game too, Chris. So
get
could you?
that hype.
Yeah, I want to get that hype for the game. So could you tell me what?
Ugh.
Tell me some history about the game, Chris.
Well, yeah, the game being developed by CD Projekt Red, who you may know from The Witcher and
The Witcher 3,
yes, and
best
other
best
games
game ever. I haven't
such
played it.
as The Witcher 2 and The Witcher 1 and Gwent, and I'm sure other games which I can't be bothered looking up.
Yes.
But there's developers, right?
Yeah.
Dudes who are making the game.
They are developers. Not all dudes, probably. Hopefully. Anyway, keep going.
Okay, and the game is based off of a tabletop game by Mike Pondsmith from 1988. Like
Okay.
it's from the 80s, right?
Yeah.
It's a tabletop game like D&D,
Yeah, like Dungeons and
Dungeons,
Dragons.
and
I've never played that before, by the way.
and more dungeons. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
And in that game, you would of course be in Night City, which is where the game is set.
Yeah.
But you would be in 2020, which I don't know if you know this, Ian.
That's year behind me, Chris.
That's this year.
Is it this year though?
I
Is
don't.
this
I don't
year?
know if you. Yeah, I
Is
don't know
this
if
year
you've
even
noticed, Ian.
happened, Chris? Has it actually happened?
I don't know if you've noticed this, Ian, but we don't really have cybernetics
Do we not?
like arms. No, you don't have arms. And,
Wait, so how do they have that kind of stuff then?
well, Ian.
If it's set in 2020,
Well,
how did people
it's
get
a
so
good
advanced?
question.
How did they get?
I'm definitely going to be able to answer.
But think about it, right?
Yes.
How like when did that? When did they write the? When did the tabletop game come out? The 80s.
Yeah, the 80s.
Do you think at that point they thought that in 2020 that we're going to have cyber powers,
Cybernetics. Well, I
cybernetics,
mean,
Chris?
Back to the Future has like flying cars and self-drying clothes
I guess. Anyway,
and
keep
shoes to
going.
fit. So it's set the tabletop. I should rather is set in 2020, which is this year,
Yeah.
and that's where that game's set. And you get to create your own character and do things, which I definitely know what you do because I've definitely played it,
Yeah.
100, and
You've
not
played it.
just watched YouTube videos.
Yeah.
But the new game coming out.
Which isn't
So,
set in 2020, right?
no, it's set in Surprise 2077,
Oh.
and you play some dude, right? Or dudette.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a dude.
It can be either. You get to choose one of three paths here. Do you know what those are? Ian?
Wait. No, I don't. You have to tell me.
Those are so
I mean,
you can
I
either
did know,
be
but I don't.
you can be a corporate boy. It
Or
basically means you
girl.
work for or girl, and and you work for a company.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's only Arasaka, which is like the big company.
Yeah.
The way things are going is basically just going to be Disney in a few years, and and
You're working in Disney, basically.
it'll be a future Disney.
Yeah.
And then you know you do your stuff, and the other one is you street kid. You know you're cool and hip with the kids and in the street gangs.
Yeah.
You do the drugs, and
Oh, yeah, the
the
drugs,
weed,
yeah.
and then you see the cops. You're like, damn, it's the pigs. I hate the pigs.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
And what's the last one?
that's the nomad.
Which is your one, right? That's the one you're picking.
That's the one I'm gonna pick.
And what's your
You
reason?
start in
Oh, tell me what it's about first.
because well, you start in the desert, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to get into Night
Oh,
City
like a
because that's where
nomad.
yeah.
I get it now. Like the
Hence,
word, like the meaning of the word nomad.
hence why it's called the Nomad Life Path.
Now it makes
You're
sense.
trying.
See, like I hear a
You're
name like that,
trying
and
to.
I just think like, oh, that's just what they're called, but it actually means
Why is he not mad?
something. He's nomad.
um. Anyway, so you're trying to get into Night City because that's where all the chances happen, right?
Right, like
And you get like
bright light
you get
syndrome.
car.
I get you, but I'm guessing
Yes.
it's not as good as what it seems, right?
No.
A lot of killing.
Yes. Lots of guns. For example, you can buy like 3D printed guns in the vending machines.
Wait, 3D printed.
Yeah, 3D printed guns
You can
in
3D
vending
print
machines.
guns. I mean, I guess why not? It's the future, right?
There's also drugs that like you take like an inhaler. I'm sure you can relate to that,
Yes, I can. I take inhalers.
and like they let you do things,
Yes, things.
and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
so my question is,
Yes.
why do you want to buy the game? What's your reason for getting
Well.
so hyped about this
Well.
game?
Well. I mean, it was first. When was it first announced? It was like 20. It was 2017, 2018.
Yeah, I think it was 2018, but it might
And
have been
so I
2017.
heard that it's gonna be this big upcoming game, and I'd seen the was it the would you say it was the reveal of the teaser? It's like a small cinematic.
Keanu Reeves, Chris, is what
No,
I'd say.
that was the next year.
Yeah, but Keanu Reeves, Chris, is what made me.
I know, but this is the one before that. It was like the woman.
What do you mean?
You obviously haven't seen that one.
I've got
There
no.
was one before it. Like I think it was a teaser. Is more what I would say. It was like a woman with the cybernetics. I saw
Okay,
that. I was like, maybe I'll check it out. But that's probably not. Then you hear about it every now and then. But then
Keanu Reeves, Chris.
yeah, E3 2019. When
No, you're
Keanu Reeves,
beautiful. What was it? Beautiful? Is that what he said?
breathtaking.
I don't
You're
know.
breathtaking.
Okay, that's what it was. Never mind.
And everyone memes the shit out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I mean, who wouldn't?
yeah. Who wouldn't, right?
And you see the trailer, and he's like, "Look at my cool sunglasses," and then
Yeah,
everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is the best game ever!"
yeah.
And that wasn't when I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered it this year, so this would have been a few months after.
Okay.
Uh, funnily enough, after like not long after they announced the certain customization option.
The customization option.
Yes, I think you may know what I'm referring to,
Yeah, I
don't
do.
you?
I do know what you're talking about.
Just
Like,
would you care to elaborate on what that?
you want me to say?
Yeah, I would like you to elaborate on what
Well,
that
you
option
can
is.
change the size of your,
Yes,
you know,
yes,
your genitals. I'll say. That's
I
a nice
tell
way of
you.
putting it.
What you're saying is you can give yourself mad cock,
You can give yourself a big, big dick, basically.
a third arm,
A tripod.
or a third leg. I missed the joke already.
I mean, it could have been. It could be a third arm.
It's more, it's between
A
the other
tripod,
two
Chris.
legs.
It's a tripod.
Tripod. Oh. So you could even if you're a female character, you can give yourself a big old schlong.
Okay. Okay.
What are your thoughts on that feature? Ian?
I mean, it doesn't make me want to buy the game, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people would say, "Oh yes, this is the game for me."
But I mean, I think it's
Can't
quite
say
a
with
nice
it.
customization feature.
Yes. Although speaking of that feature, did you know not long after the E3 thing, there was controversy by some people because I don't know if it was like a poster they released or something or like an in-game footage, but you could see an in-game poster in the background with a female character with a visible bulge, and everyone was like, "You can't do that."
But why can't you do
Not
that,
not
Chris?
everyone, but like
I like
some
to think
people.
not everyone did that.
It was a minority
Yes, hopefully it was.
that they reacted like that
Okay.
because they can't accept the idea of a woman having a bigger dick than they do.
Is that the reason?
I mean,
Isn't it?
probably.
Anyway, What were we saying again?
Oh, the game, right? Yes. So it's going back on topic here. So the game, I don't know if you noticed, it's very long. I say very long. It's quite long. I
Hmm,
believe the prologue is estimated to be like 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yes, but then that's obviously depending on what introduction you chose and how you play.
Okay.
Because fun feature,
Yeah.
all your actions have direct consequences on the story.
Really?
Yes. For example, if you decide to kill dudes instead of like avoiding them, that'll change the outcome of the story.
What changed the future?
That's what I suppose that's one way to put it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
sometimes, it's not always an immediate change, It could be coming to play later on in the
So you
story.
meaning like it changes the story,
Yes.
the story that you get? Okay.
Yes.
How many different changes can you get?
Well, Ian, I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm gonna assume a lot, considering that there's not only 3 different
Oh, good point.
stories, there's also a bunch of side missions that people might not play. Which would obviously affect the story because some of the side missions affect the main campaign.
Really?
Yes, that
Hmm.
is
Okay.
that is the thing. Um, and then obviously there's the relationship you have with certain characters. Because
Okay.
some pivotal story characters are romanceable.
Really?
Yes, but
I'm just
with
reacting with really every time. I
yes,
didn't actually
perhaps
know
you
that
should
though,
know it.
genuinely.
Yes, and some of the characters will only be able to be romanced if you meet certain qualities. For example, some characters may only be interested in male characters.
Oh man. Okay.
Some may only be interested in female,
Okay.
and some may only be interested in. I don't want to say a pure female, but like you get what I mean. Like no
I don't get what you mean.
addition to the waist.
No, I don't really understand what you mean. But okay.
If you
Is there some
don't,
that is there some that like both? Is that one, Chris?
I presume there is.
Hopefully.
But it's just, some characters prefer one over the other.
Okay.
Because they're trying to go for realism, because obviously not everyone's going to be open to things.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Well, that's how it works,
Yeah.
how-
But when I'm playing a game,
well,
anyway. Okay.
would you like it to be like in Skyrim, where you can romance almost everyone?
Yeah. Just think about it, it's a game. Like, can I just like romance with everyone?
I suppose, but then if you're going for a game that has like more, I don't want to say realistic, like a grounded story, you want it to make sense within the context, so you'd have like characters that are believable.
Different intersexualities is what you're saying.
Yeah, because if everyone was just the same, then you'd feel like, oh, what's the point?
Okay.
Everyone's just the same. Speaking of variety, there's quite a variety of guns and vehicles in the game.
Okay. Guns and vehicles.
Yes,
Vehicles.
vehicles. No,
See, for
vehicles,
me,
obviously the correct way to do it. Mm,
like, how do I explain this? Like, the reason I'm not on that hype train, Chris,
yes.
is like, I just like that kind of thing, like guns and stuff, like that doesn't really do it for me. That makes sense.
What about cool neon katanas?
I mean, I guess that is a bit cool,
Yeah.
but like,
You have variety.
I mean, I get that's a good
You
point.
don't even you can, instead of using your traditional guns or even melee weapons, you can use cyberware, which is
Mm,
weapons built into your character's body.
yeah,
Examples of you've seen the E3 trailer, right?
yeah, I think so.
So
Maybe.
when seeing that, you'll see one example, which is the blades, the mantis blades that come out of the arm.
Mm,
There's a few more. There's I believe it's gorilla arms. Is that what they're called?
like,
They're basically like really strong arms to let you be stronger. Basically,
okay,
there's also like
strong arms.
a little whip you can that like comes out your wrist.
Mm.
Remember that scene in Iron Man 1 where he holds his arm out and like the little missile rocket pops out the top of his arm?
Yeah, that scene.
Yeah, there's
I have seen Iron Man one. Just been a while.
yeah. Okay,
So
well you can get that. There's also like hacking things you can get where you can like cause people to shoot themselves and stuff.
yeah, but like
There's a variety to combat, you know.
I guess okay.
You can choose how you approach things.
Can you like and
And you
it's the games isn't first person, right? Like all first
yes,
person.
yes, the game is first
See, for
person.
like me, it's kind of funny. Like I really like third person games for some
I
reason
mean,
over like first person. I like them a lot more.
I think I like a mix of the two. The
So,
first person, you can feel more immersed in the character,
but I just like being able to see around me. But I guess that's like so that game's not wanting you to be able to do
and
that. But
also the environment's not really built for that
okay,
because as I'm sure you're aware, the game's set in Night City, which I've stated earlier.
and Chris, what is it? Right? What? Right? How do I ask this question? What is the real reason you want to get the game?
I
Because
don't
I know
know.
what it is.
Well, okay, what do you think the reason is?
It's because, well, first off, I know you like that kind of genre. But
Yes.
Chris, why do you like that kind of genre? Is
Oh,
there a
just
movie you've watched that maybe is might reference the Cyberpunk, Chris? Is
well, you're
there?
funny that you should ask in such an inconspicuous way.
Yes, Chris.
There's multiple movies that have inspired this game.
Yes, Chris.
Those most notably being Blade Runner and Akira.
Yes, Chris.
Um, I've definitely seen both of them, 100%.
I mean, you've seen one of them, which I
I
have
have,
also seen
I've
recently
seen one of them.
because I watched it with you. Well, not with
That
you, but
film,
not
yes,
like in the same room. But you know what I mean?
is over internet
Yes.
connections. That film would be Akira, wouldn't it? Ian?
Yes, it would be Chris.
Well, having watched the film, I'm sure you know that Akira's similar in many ways to Cyberpunk,
Yeah.
specifically in the design of Neo Tokyo.
Yes.
I'm sure watching the trailers for Cyberpunk, you've seen some resemblance between Night City.
Yes, there is quite a bit of a resemblance, isn't
There's also some similarities in the design of the characters and vehicles.
there? Is this
For
bike in
example,
it, Chris? Is this bike in the game? Is the
I
real
mean,
question.
I hope it is in the game.
Is
It'd be very
Canada's bike in the game?
Canada.
Yeah, that's his name, Canada.
It's Canada.
Is Canada.
Sorry.
Canada.
Well, because I'm
Canada.
sure you may not have noticed if you haven't looked at it, but
Yeah.
V, the main character's name,
Wait,
he wears a jacket that shares some resemblance to Kanada's jacket.
wait, the main character?
Yes, your character called V. At least that's your character's nickname.
Okay. Oh, right. I get you.
So the samurai jacket, as it is being called.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's called that in game, so I don't know why I said it like that. It just shares some resemblance to Kanada's jacket from Akira.
Yes.
With the rolled up sleeves. The did it have a big collar?
I mean, I don't remember, but maybe.
And anyway, there's some similarities.
Yeah.
Um, However, there is of course some differences. For example, the more you know,
Yeah.
no, I don't want to say psychic, but like the power aspect
Yes,
of
there is.
Akira. It's not entirely present.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand.
But I suppose that's not what they're taking inspiration
Wait,
from.
why do you talk about the vehicles? Because you haven't actually said what the vehicles
Vehicles.
are.
Well, there's multiple types of vehicles, most of
Vehicles.
which being cars. There is of course bikes, which fun fact here, there's one type of bike which is actually designed by Keanu Reeves and his business partner, which I cannot remember the name of. But
Okay.
he has a bike company in real life, and obviously since he's playing a lead role in the game,
Yeah.
his bike is in the game.
Okay.
You can ride it,
Okay.
isn't that a neat feature?
That's pretty cool, Chris.
It's like a real bike.
But
You
Chris,
can
the
you can
question
play
I
the
want to
game.
ask you is, what did you
Yes.
say was the main vehicle in the game again?
Oh,
What did you say it was? Did you say it was cars?
yes. There are cars in the game.
Do they happen to maybe be in space right now, not being able to think? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, well.
You understand?
If it's perhaps Tesla you're referring to, um,
That,
there has been references that there may be a Tesla in the game.
that is not what I'm referring to.
Oh, what are you referring to?
Cars, the character in a show.
Oh, oh, I thought you were referring to a Tesla.
Okay,
I mean, either way, they've both been to space.
yeah. Anyway, what were you saying about the vehicles again?
Um, yes, there's a wide variety. There's bikes.
Bikes.
There's multiple types of cars. There's your standard, just your cheap cars. They
Oh,
get you about, but they're not very good.
they move you about.
Yeah, then you've got your more sports car.
Okay.
They go fast, and you've got your trucks, and you've got your more luxury cars,
Mm,
the rich and influential would be seen driving about and
okay.
obviously just to show off.
Okay.
And many of them don't actually have windows; they have holographic displays inside of the car.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
That is
But
pretty cool.
speaking of cars, it's not available in the UK where we are. It's a bit
Yeah.
unfortunate, but I'm sure you're familiar with the company. Was it yes, Rockstar Energy.
Yes.
So they in America are running a competition where you can actually win a real life version of one of the in-game cars.
Really?
Yes, I don't
Oh,
remember the exact name of the car. You can win it, but of course only in the US
okay.
and I suppose Canada as well.
Canada. Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
Um, that's quite neat. You can win a car.
well, that's pretty cool.
At the same time, what do you do with a car like that? Because you don't exactly want to like drive it in case it gets damaged.
I mean, I would drive
Or
it. I wouldn't care.
yeah,
But I can
but at the
understand.
same time, you don't want to. It's like it's a custom car.
It's an antique, right?
Take.
Yeah.
You don't want to get it damaged or like stolen or whatever.
I mean, would it get? Okay. Well, I mean,
Well, I mean,
yeah.
if it's a car like that, it's probably more likely to get stolen than like a Ford or something.
Yeah, Ford. I don't know much about cars, by the way, if you haven't noticed.
You don't even know what a Ford is. Come
No,
on, man.
I know what it is, but like you saying like, oh, a Ford,
Just saying like your basic kind of car,
your
right?
basic car.
Doesn't have to specifically be a Ford, but if you saw like that next to a custom car from a game,
Yeah.
even if you didn't know it was from a game, you saw this like eccentric looking custom made car, you'd probably be more likely to go for that car because you know it'd be worth more.
I guess. Anyway,
Yes.
what were we talking about again? How did we get to this?
We had started on cars.
What the guy, the
Don't
villain?
don't make the same joke again. Can't, can't just make the same joke twice.
But he's the ultimate being, Chris. So I have to
Oh,
reference him at least.
at least it happens. Anyway, going back to our main topic, cars. Throughout the game there is flying cars that you can see. In fact, in one of the trailers you can see one in the corporate life path beginning.
Okay.
However, you cannot actually drive them yourself.
Yeah, I guess that would be too easy, wouldn't it?
It would be too easy. Though they may be added in expansions, but it's this title.
Wait, so you're saying you can't fly them? You can't go
No.
in flying
Well,
cars?
I mean, I presume for cutscenes and such, you can.
Oh, so you can't.
Go
All
with
right,
them.
I thought you were going to say you could use flying cars. I thought that's what you were going to
No.
say.
Although they may become available in a future
How would
expansion,
they
but
do that though? Because like I can understand why they're not in the game.
I don't know yet.
I mean, we can think.
Oh, because I mean, they could do it like helicopters or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I think the flying car in GTA Online.
yeah,
Could do something like that.
they could.
Could.
But will they?
Well, we'll just have to
I'm joking.
see.
I don't know. Maybe they will. Anyway, Chris,
We'll see. Yes, Ian.
why should I buy the game, Chris?
Well, Ian.
Should I buy?
Cyberpunk
Should,
2077
wait,
is an
before
immersive
actually,
experience by CD Projekt Red.
should I buy the game? How much
I
money
mean,
is it?
that's what. £50,
I
which
think
is
it's
$60,
okay
I believe.
because
But you do get a lot for that price, which I think is quite good. For
okay.
example, I know you tend to go for digital copies
Yes, I
of
do.
games.
Yeah, I'm one for
With
digital
the
copies.
At least with the physical copy, you can pre-order on Amazon at the moment.
That'd be
With
cheaper.
the game,
Yeah,
I presume with the game you get obviously the physical game. You get a map, some stickers. You get
some
a
stickers.
compendium.
Ooh,
You also get some digital content. For example, you get a bunch of wallpapers for
okay.
your phone or your laptop or whatever. You also get. Do you get the soundtrack? I'm
You
not
get the
sure. But you
soundtrack.
get.
Just say you get the soundtrack. You get the soundtrack.
I mean, I suppose you could look up on YouTube if you really want to.
I
And
could.
it'll probably be on Spotify at some point.
Good point. Yeah,
But
good
you
point.
also
Actually, it's
get
going to be free.
you
Never mind.
also get a digital comic as well.
Okay,
For like one
but for me,
for
it's
just
like,
like a standard edition of a game. That's I think that's quite good.
yeah, that is pretty good. Is there any like deluxe edition or anything?
There's a collector's edition which I'm pretty sure comes with
Oh, how
a
much is that
stat.
though?
I don't know.
Like 500
I
pounds,
presume not 500, maybe like 250.
2,000.
No,
Anyway,
£250.
see, for some reason, like I think it's like the genre and stuff, but for me, it's like I just don't get excited about it.
Mm. Well, maybe it's like give it a try. See if you maybe
But like,
because
do
it's
I
not
want to?
all.
Should I buy a full price game that I don't really feel like I'm gonna play that much?
I mean, it'll probably be on sale at some point. You could try it then.
I mean, yeah, I guess if it's like on sale, yeah. But like,
The thing is,
I don't think I could buy a game
obviously,
full
like
price. Yeah.
not all games in a genre will like appeal to you. Because even if you like one genre of game, you're not gonna like every game in that genre.
Yeah.
So you could try it. And maybe that's the game in the genre you actually like, even if you're
Mm-hmm.
not a fan of the other ones.
Oh, oh. What other games have there been? Can you think of any?
What the first person role playing genre?
No, I just mean like. Oh, yeah, I guess actually.
Well, I mean, you could put all like the Fallout and Elder Scrolls games in
Yeah.
that
See,
category.
like, because I did play Fallout 4 for a bit, but I did not play it for very long.
I played quite a bit of Fallout 4
Yes, you did.
because obviously I have two copies, the PC and the PS4.
Yeah, you do.
Even though my PC wasn't very good at running it.
Yeah, I mean, you beat the story, right?
Yeah, but the main story and some side content,
Okay.
but none of the DLC, which I beat quite a bit of in the PS4 edition. I got the Game of the Year, which came with all of the DLC.
Okay. The game of the year. What
Yes.
year did that come out? That would win the game of the year.
2016, I believe, is when four came out.
So I'd say 2015 if I was guessing.
Whoa.
But then
No.
that's just a guess, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Cyberpunk, Chris.
Yes, which may win Game of the Year.
You think so?
We don't know. It may.
Why do you think they delayed it again? Because obviously it's
Well,
quite a surprise, right? You
it
said.
was. It had been approved, saying it was finished.
So what do you think the reason is for them delaying it again? 'Cause
Um,
if you don't know, they delayed it.
I've, I've I've
I
read the
mean,
message, but I don't remember what they said exactly. I
okay,
think they're just like trying to get it as good as it can be for release because obviously it's
yeah,
like been like very much hyped.
yes, it has been. I think.
But even if it like wasn't perfect at launch, I would say just ever to have released it anyways.
So you think they should have released it?
Yes,
There must be
and it's like
there must be like a big like a reason, right?
well, I remember they said they'd like try and optimize it for PS5, which they did say they would do anyway in a later update.
Okay,
So I don't understand why they've exactly. I don't understand exactly why. I mean, I don't think they deserve like the backlash
yeah,
like
obviously.
the amount they've been getting. 'Cause obviously, a lot of people are like really angry.
You have to
Um,
you have to think about the times,
I
right?
think obviously, like I'm annoyed that it's delayed, but at the same time, like
Yeah,
there's nothing I can do.
yeah, you shouldn't get annoyed at the company. There's a
I mean,
reason they had to delay
and
it.
threatening people at CD Projekt Red isn't going to get it to come out faster.
Yes. Well, you shouldn't threaten people anyway.
I mean, obviously, people do it anyway because
You know, people.
yeah,
You know.
okay, the superior species on the planet according to humanity.
I mean, that's debatable, right?
Yes, that is debatable.
The superior doesn't even like. I mean, you know. Anyway, as we were saying,
Back to the subject,
Cyberpunk 2077.
starring Keanu Reeves and multiple influencers.
Influencers?
Do you know Elon? Do you know Elon Musk's? Is his ex-wife or are they still married?
I'm pretty sure they're still married, Chris.
Okay, well, she's Graham. She's in the game. Did you know
Really?
that? Yeah.
I don't know anything, Chris. I know nothing.
She plays in game Popstar.
Okay.
Multiple. Do you might not, but you know who Jesse Cox is?
No.
Well, there's basically there's a bunch of
I'm
influencers
probably
like
gonna.
Twitch streamers
I
that are
probably
in the
won't
game.
know much people, many people that are in the game, probably. Other than
There's
Keanu Reeves.
there's also people from like multiple. There's a few Chinese influencers in the game. I believe there's some Korean ones as well.
Okay.
Obviously, we won't really know.
I mean, I could know, but I probably don't.
Yes,
I could know them, but I don't.
probably
Maybe.
not.
I might, but I probably won't. So,
Yes,
give me like a final summary, Chris.
a final
A final
final
summary of the
summary.
game to try and make me buy it. Because
Um,
it probably would be fun. But
well, I've just realised I don't know what footage I'm gonna put in the background for this. I suppose I could just put the gameplay demo that came out a little while ago.
put the Cyberpunk footage in the background, Chris, that you have, because you have the game,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, obviously, I obviously have a pre-access copy because
You've tested it.
I'm just
You
I'm
were the
just
one.
CD Projekt Red's favorite person in the
You were the
world.
one who made it.
Yeah,
Who made
yeah.
it was it approved it for the gold sign,
You
Chris.
go back to those meetings where they're like discussing what to do with the game. Look in the back of the picture. There's me, just sitting
Okay.
at the table. You know.
Okay. Chris,
Mm,
give me a final summary of the game, please.
Of, of well, Ian, as a final summary of our discussion on
Yes.
the video game Cyberpunk 27 trademark by CD Projekt Red.
2077. Yes.
Um, it's a very big scope game,
Yes.
ambitious. And the
A
question
bit.
is, in the end, will that pay off? Will the hype be?
Very true. Do you think it'll be a good game?
I personally think it looks good.
Do you think
I'm
it's a?
not saying I don't think it's perhaps as good as some people are hyping it up to be, but I'm thinking it will be a good game.
But the question is, Chris, will it be the best game ever made?
Yeah,
Because it could be, but it couldn't be
Ian,
at the same time. Yes,
I
Chris.
can't, I can't, I cannot believe what you're saying, Ian.
What do you mean?
How could any game best Shrek 2 for the PlayStation 2?
Shrek 2, Chris.
Yes.
Shrek 2 for the PlayStation 2.
Yes. How could any game surpass that level of
Is
ingenuity
is it the second game or is it from the second movie?
from the second movie? Well, it's the second game based off of the second movie.
Wait, so it is the second game.
Yes.
So there was two
Well,
games.
because obviously they would have been a game for Shrek 1, because
I mean,
why would they just make Shrek 2 by itself? That
was
wouldn't make sense here.
the game good?
Why would you make something that has like a number that's not one in the title if it's the first one? That just wouldn't make sense.
Because I thought it was maybe like it was a movie. It was a game of the second movie.
No, it is a game of the second movie.
But it's also the second game.
Yes.
I mean, do you know if that game's good or not? Have you ever played that game?
Yes, I have that game.
Oh, you have that game? What did you do in it?
What do you mean? What? It's Shrek 2.
Were you in the swamp? And
Yes, I was in the swamp.
did you go to the palace?
I did.
And did you meet the godmother?
Yes, and she
Or
was like,
did you do the final scene? You know, it's like
yeah,
the best scene in the
yeah,
movie.
the best cinematic sequence ever made.
I mean, it is a good
Yes.
sequence.
That's the yeah.
Chris, it is.
Yeah.
I don't even remember it that well, and I know it's a song that's good.
You, how can you not have memorized the end sequence off by heart to the best film ever made?
Chris, do you need a hero?
Oh, I need a heroine. I'm holding out for the rest of the night, Ian, for a hero.
Don't sing too much, because you know. Anyway, Chris,
Yes.
did you give me that final summary of what
Um.
did you?
Give money to consumers. Be happy.
Okay, Chris,
Yes.
should we call it?
Quotes, dude.
Bye, gamers. Bye, all you gamers out there.
Radical.
Totally tubular. Bye. Bye.